I'm having one of those kind of funny moments where I realize that I must be pushing somebody's buttons because he's coming through and like thumbs downing my videos, okay? And like, all I'm trying to do is like educate the world on sadism to help heal us all from being tormented by demons forever. I didn't really realize that was, I didn't really realize that was such anathema to your spirit, okay? Like, okay, but just remember that, you reap what you sow. So, if you keep wanting to wish and act upon helping, bring about failure, don't blame me. Don't blame me just because I'm a good girl who wants to speak out against demons, okay? And if I have to come on here every once in a while and do one of these videos to remind you, like, what I'm doing versus what you're doing, like, I guess I can do that. You'd think you'd learn your freaking lesson that you reap exactly what you sow. It shouldn't be that hard to, like, mind your own freaking business, right? It shouldn't be that hard to, you can even do a snarky thing, like, tell people to just like be better. You do better. It's kind of an insult, but hey, then you get to also be better. Like, who doesn't want to be better, right? Like, you could be really intelligent and creative in how, in this double speak, reaping, sowing, blessing, but it's kind of like, backhanded blessing kind of situation, kind of. That's kind of what I do. In my head, I just tell people, like, do better. It feels bitchy in my head, but then, hey, I get to do better, right? Just saying, you could be a lot more intelligent about it. You could be a lot more creative about it. And I'm just trying to kind of save you from yourself right now, because going through and just like trash talking me specifically and directly and like thumbs downing my videos and et al, etc., whatever, all of that is going to fall back on you because a causeless curse over here won't alight, okay? And I'm not deserving, like, no amount of your demonic efforts can actually stop what God has ordained, okay? So you're not actually going to stop me. You're just creating a lot of bullshit to reap over there. And so, like, praying for my haters, man. Like, just, the snarky sewing, do better, okay?